Okay, today I'm going to talk about the calorie equation, which probably could have went over earlier, but I wanted to make it to where you could take action in this program from the beginning. I wanted to make it something that was easy, something that you could understand, and something that you could start implementing right away. So, didn't want to get into a lot of science, and I'm still not. Also, don't want to get into a lot of the exercise or this is not something that's like our exercise programs or our nutrition programs at all. This is something I want to get out to everyone that I thought that you would benefit from, that you could start making a change. Our mission is to try to get everyone involved in fitness. It's to try to be nurturing, try to be welcoming, and try to make people feel comfortable. And I wanted to do that before I got into some of this. However, since we're getting later into this 30-day program, I want to make sure that I go over some stuff that you'll be able to take with you later in case you don't want to get involved in a fitness program. So I want to talk about the calorie equation. Now, it's pretty simple. It's an in versus out. It's an intake versus output. It's food versus activity. And that's pretty much the equation that you need to worry about. And before I got into any of this, I just told us that we needed to start with adding 100 calories of activity and taking away 100 calories of food. And in order to do that, that was going to help us create a calorie deficit. So we've been trying to do that, and we've been working at trying to have an impact on this equation. The reason we were doing that is to try to make sure that we were getting into a caloric deficit. And as you can see going down through here, and this is really simple. This is it's not getting into all the different factors that go into food, calories, macronutrients, or anything like that. This is just trying to rein in the overall problem that we talked about in day one, and that is, are you consistently gaining 10 pounds a year? If you're gaining 10 pounds a year, if you're overeating that very small amount of 100 calories each day, and you're adding that 10 pounds, this is the biggest way to impact that. So, let's look at this calorie equation, in versus out, intake, output, food versus activity. Energy in, energy, food, versus activity out, energy. So, if you're in an energy balance, then you're going to be A plus B equals your caloric balance. So you're not going to gain weight, you're not going to lose weight. Ideally, that's where you want to get to. You want to get to where you're a nice, healthy weight and you can stay at a balance. But if you want to look at where you were probably at where your food intake was greater than your activity expenditure. And it's real easy to get to that point with the way that foods are processed now and just the portion sizes that we've grown to. So getting into that caloric surplus is very easy, and anyone can do it, and you can do it without knowing it, just because of the way that our diet has changed and the many options that are available, and just the amount of processed foods that we consume. Just about any meal that you get from a fast food restaurant or a sit-down restaurant at this point is probably going to have 800 to 1200 calories, which is a lot when you look at the daily caloric needs that you have. So if you're not active, it's very easy to overeat. So we know that if A plus B equals a positive, we're going to gain weight. So we've been trying to get A plus B to equal a negative so we can lose weight. So all we've been doing consistently is trying to take our food down, so make it lower, and take our energy up so it's higher, so that A plus B equals a bigger negative. And if we do that, then we'll continue to lose weight and we'll continue to see progress. So we just want to make sure that we're hitting this equation and we are consistently seeing a negative caloric intake. Now, you can continue to eat what you're eating, and then try to go do tons of activity. But let's say on average that you burn 100 calories for every mile that you walk. In order to burn 1 pound of fat, you would have to walk 35 miles, based on the equation that we were looking at for the beginning. Walking 35 miles is a lot harder than just cutting out that 3,500 calories. So we're trying to do both. We're trying to add a mile each day and cut back 100 calories each day. So that's where this all came from. I think it's something very important for you to know. I think it's something really good for you to look at going forward, is how much energy am I expending, how much energy am I consuming, so that after this 30 days is over, you have something to take away, and hopefully you can keep a nice, healthy, functional lifestyle.